Back in the hills of North Carolina, the sons of the sap turned the water into moonshine. The law came looking with their flashlights, heard they were cooking in the middle of the night when the moon shines. Kicking up dust on a country road, got another town, got another load of moonshine.
Howdy fuckos, welcome again to Booze Reviews, and we got something pretty interesting and special for you guys. First I'll introduce our latest addition to the Booze Reviews crew. I've been drinking today, as usual, Mr. Red himself.
Ah, shut up, jackass.
And of course, my man, PK, Painkiller. And me, Johnny Old School. We got something here called Palmetto Moonshine. Now, when we were at the Calgary Brewfest, we came across a young, what was the name again?
It was Sheldon.
Sheldon. He introduced us to this new product, moonshine. And you might be thinking like, well, I mean, moonshine, doesn't that just refer to the illegal, beverage that they used to brew in the woods, hillbillies would brew under the light of the moon, hence the whole moonshine thing. That is where the term comes from, like southern the United States during Prohibition times when they brew by the moonlight, hence the term moonshine. But apparently what they've done is they've taken all the old recipes that have been handed down and the old equipment and basically built larger versions of the copper stills. And so they're essentially making an alcoholic drink here from corn whiskey that is like the old styles of moonshine. So this, if you guys have ever wanted to try a modern take on moonshine that is pretty authentic, here we have it, Palmetto Moonshine.
And of course, it's so authentic, it's even in a mason jar.
Yes, which I quite like. I think the packaging is really cool on this, guys. These are mason jars, and it says mason right on it. I mean, it feels pretty cool to hold. What do you got over there, PK?
I've got the apple pie moonshine.
Apple pie moonshine? That's one of the most American things you've ever had on the show.
And it's corn whiskey with natural flavoring. Let's see if I can find the ingredients on here. Apple pie flavored corn whiskey. That's pretty much it is. Natural and artificial flavors. Obviously there's a natural flavor in here because there's actually a cinnamon stick inside there.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
There's actually a cinnamon stick, and you know what?
I think school shit.
When this gets done, I'm gonna suck on that cinnamon stick like there's
hell yeah
no tomorrow.
The next flavor is a very fine blackberry flavored corn whiskey.
Did we not try that at the beer fest?
I think
I may have tried the blackberry, and if I remember correctly, I quite enjoyed it. Hence the reason that we decided to have it on the show.
Yep.
At a beautiful 22.5% alcohol per volume.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody put some alcohol in my blood. Or is it the other way around? Somebody put some
blood in your alcohol. So the next one over here is...
We have peach flavored. Again, weighing in at 22.5%. I'm not sure how much I'm going to like the peach one, because I'm going to guess that's probably going to be really sugary. That's
that
just
one I had, and I'm not going to tell you or spoil anything for you guys, but I'll maybe spoil a little bit. It's not sugary. Interesting.
And then finally, this clear one here. Now this is the real moonshine experience. This is 52.5%. That's 12.5% higher than your average spirit. 105 proof. So when you want to talk moonshine, here's moonshine. A little more of a history lesson for you guys. You know when you see on old cartoons, Bugs Bunny's drinking the saloon, they have these jugs with the X's on the side. What that is how many times they've distilled it. So a 2X whiskey wouldn't be as high alcohol by volume as a 5X whiskey. This would be, I'm gonna guess, 4 or 5X whiskeys.
So that is the White Lightning moonshine.
Yeah.
So as you said, it comes in at 52.5%.
Yep.
That's going to be our last one, I think.
I believe so. And if you guys are interested in checking out this product, check out palmettomoonshine.com. We'll link that to you guys in the description and the credits as well. Gentlemen, shall we embrace our inner hillbilly, our inner American spirit, and perhaps begin with the apple pie moonshine?
I think I hear a General Lee calling.
Excellent. Love it.
So let's start with the apple pie. I don't have any whipped cream, so there's going to be no whipped cream fights on here, unfortunately. And sorry, ladies, you have to wait till next time. It depends on how drunk we really get.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
So They also supplied us with this lovely pouring spout. I love this. It's the lid and it's a nice pouring spout.
Which is quite generous of them, because if you were drunk and trying to pour this out of a mason jar, you'd end up wasting a lot of money. So.
It's not pretty if that happens.
Speaking of which, what is the price point of one of these mason jars that they're fine moonshine?
Well, from what I gathered, it was about $45 a jar.
This is premium stuff, basically.
It is. You can find this at Sobeys,
Yep.
Co-op, and maybe even a few other places. I actually pimped it out to our favorite liquor store over here,
Oh, wow.
and they might be looking at getting it in too. So,
Yeah, this smells like when you put cinnamon in applesauce.
yeah.
Oh, that smells amazing. It smells like a...
A nice Macintosh apple.
Yeah, that's
Crisp
exactly it.
and
Yeah.
clean with a good spice to it.
I'm really excited
Cinnamon,
about that.
allspice, and maybe a little bit of five spice.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's going to be interesting, guys.
Well, let's put our little baby bottle lid on there. You know, I think I might have to go to a party someday and go, cheers!
Just bring the mason jar with a little spout on the front. Yeah.
Don't mind my sippy cup.
Yeah. I'm not going to be shooting this, I'm going to be sipping it, because I don't really drink hard liquor a lot. I mean, I can pack away 15 beers a night and still ride my bike home afterwards, but when it comes to doing shots, old Johnny recently has had a couple of experiences where he didn't really remember why he was covered in mud when he woke up in the morning, and that was when people at the bar decided to start feeding him shots of whiskey. So
Now, with this one, I was told that you have to sort of shake it around a little bit because it does settle
Right.
on the bottom.
yeah,
So we've done that. This is the only one that you really have to do that with. The other
Yeah.
ones, you're okay.
okay.
Especially
So-
since apple has a very fine pulp.
Yes, it
And this
does.
seems to actually have the pulp in it.
Gentlemen, cheers.
Cheers, fuckos.
To the liver.
Reviews. To the liver.
Oh, that is good.
Holy shit, man. That's fucking fantastic.
That is absolutely really good. It's smooth.
Yeah, it's smooth. It tastes like a really potent cider.
It does.
And during the summer, this would be beautiful on rocks. And I can foresee on a very cold day, when you've been out,
Yeah.
freezing your balls off,
Yeah, maybe even warm
putting
it up
this,
a little
warm
bit.
this up,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that I see.
add, say, another cinnamon stick, just
A little
for a little
whipped
bit
cream
of
on top,
flavor,
maybe, yeah.
like just for a little bit of
Yeah.
looks,
I would like to see
and
this.
enjoy this.
I'd like to see it used to make an apple pie.
Yeah, yeah.
Cook some apples in this, toss it, make a boozy apple pie.
Or a crumble.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm really impressed by this.
When you're that drunk, you're not going to make a pie, you're going to make a crumble.
You're gonna make a crumble.
I
That's
swear
a
that
valid
was
point.
a crust.
That's a valid point. Yeah.
I swear that was a honest crust.
Mr. Sheldon, that's very impressive. I haven't tasted anything quite like that in a very long time.
That is really, really good.
Yeah, right off the bat, I would buy that apple pie stuff again
Yeah.
in a heartbeat. And it's smooth, like you can sip it,
Yep.
and it doesn't taste overly sugary with a lot of flavored, higher percentage alcohols. I really steer clear of them because they give you heartburn. They taste syrupy. They taste laden with artificial sugar. This tastes.
This is real apple.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
real apple. It's got it's like they said, it's natural and artificial flavors. They got a lot of natural flavors in there to actually get it going.
It tastes more like
So-
natural flavors to me.
Mm-hmm. And you could actually easily get drunk off
Yes.
this.
Oh yeah. I don't know enough about spirits to be able to say if I would rate this, 3 to 5, 5 out of 5. But I would say I'd probably give it a 4 out of 5. I don't know what I've tasted that I would think is better.
Luckily, that's where I come in, due to the fact that I used to work for a liquor store.
Right. So what would you
And
score
at that
this
liquor
as?
store, we actually did tastings of liquors.
Yeah.
With this, it is a nice sweetness, due to the fact that it's supposed to be sweet, with just enough of a burn, but not too strong of a burn like what you would expect out of a whiskey.
Yeah.
Or even a whiskey that is only 22.5%. With this, I would say I would probably give this about a 4.
Yeah. I think it's
Especially due to the fact that it's just so usable.
Yeah.
I mean, you could use
Yeah.
this for cocktails. You can
use
drink
for
it warm.
Cooking. You could drink it warm.
Yeah.
You can drink
On
it
a cold winter day. This is
Yeah.
a perfect cold
Yes.
Calgary winter day
Yeah.
drink.
Yeah. You know what I
Warm
think?
it up.
I think when winter rolls around, I'm gonna be carrying around a little flask of that with me when I go and explore in the city in the snow.
I'm gonna have to get this myself. I would buy it again. I would get drunk off of it very easily because it's a smooth drink, really smooth.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mix it with anything, and I'd actually give this a 4 out of 5 too.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
really would.
High praise, guys. High praise.
This is really good.
All right, we've got a new set of shot glasses here, just so we don't contaminate the flavor with crossover too much. Would you like the honors of pouring the first shot?
Oh, slightly, Governor.
Doesn't smell quite as strong as the apple. The smell is a little bit,
Probably because
little bit tamer.
there's no spice in it.
Is tamer a word? Tamer. More tame.
Tamer.
I'm drinking moonshine. You guys shut the fuck up.
You got the flowery smell of the blackberries in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't smell like strongly like an artificial blackberry flavor.
This smells like black. This does have a blackberry liqueur smell.
Yeah.
If you look at it into the light, you can see that there is some sediment in it as well.
Right. Oh wow. Yeah. Yeah. It looks like an unfiltered wheat beer almost.
And it's not moving much in there. It almost looks like a gel in there.
Yeah. Interesting. You're right.
That's kind of
Yeah. It
neat.
almost looks like a Jello shot. Sediments in it.
Yeah.
You can actually see that they did not skin it.
Yeah.
No.
That's probably all fiber.
It is
Yeah.
actually-
Fiber from the actual blackberries.
If you were to call this a wine, it would be more of a rosé due to the fact that it has both the skin and the inside.
Well, folks, I don't know about you, but I'm wanting to get drunk tonight. So shot number 2, here we go.
Blackberry. Palmetto Moonshine.
Cheers.
It is.
That's got more of a bite to it.
Yeah. Definitely more of a bite.
You got the sweetness, but you also
Yeah.
have a flowery taste to it as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a little more sour.
Yep.
I noticed the blackberries flavoring sweetening up after about 10 seconds after you finish swallowing the sip. You can taste that kind of sweet, tarty, kind of, I don't know, almost like milkshakey blackberry flavoring in the back of your tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is kind of interesting. I was already really drunk at the beer fest when I tried this, so I'm remembering the flavor a little bit differently. I like it more now.
I'm finding this one has a little bit more burn in the stomach and the throat area.
It definitely does. This
so
one
there's
tastes
more
stronger.
alcohol to it, like a prominent alcohol flavor to it.
Yeah.
Now, probably
Same
because
percentage, but it tastes
Yeah.
more alcoholic.
It is also a little more of an acidic fruit.
Exactly.
It is, yeah. This one I can see you can actually get a little bit of a heartburn off of it if you have too much.
Yeah,
This
I
one
see
you can
that.
tell that they actually took the care to wait for the blackberries to actually ripen.
Mm.
It's not sour like you would find at a typical grocery
Right.
store blackberry.
Yeah.
It is actually that perfect sweetness.
Yeah.
I almost want to say they actually
They-
added some of
I
the
was-
flowers into it. Like, you know how the blackberries bloom
Yeah.
into a flower first?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what all they added to this because they may have taken sour blackberries and added some extra sugar to it.
As
So
it
it
just
does
says
taste fairly
blackberry.
In a way, it kind of reminds me of a grappa.
Of a what?
Of a grappa.
I don't know what that is.
Effectively, grappa is what happens after the wine making. They take all the leftover skin, all the twigs,
Yeah.
and all the leaves, and they take that and they make into a mash, and they still that.
Oh, okay.
It kind of turns into a little bit of a cognac,
Yeah.
but no, more of a brandy actually.
Yeah. Something
And they
thick
make
syrupy.
it a 40%.
Okay. With this, I don't think I would sip this. I think I'd probably mix this into a cocktail. I really like the milkshake idea or the frozen yogurt idea. That'd be fantastic.
Ice cream. Pour it over ice
Yeah,
cream.
yeah. This
Ice
is
cream.
something that could be used very well in like cooking or desserts. So far, I like the apple pie the best.
Yeah.
But again, I would buy this again. I would not get drunk off of it straight. Because I know my own body, and I know that I would have heartburn and hangover after it because I'm so accustomed to just drinking beer. But I would definitely buy this again, and I think you could use this. The flavor of it is quite astounding. I think you could use it for a lot of interesting things.
So would you buy it again? Would you get drunk off of it?
I would buy this again, but I would need mix. It is a little bit too
Yeah.
sugary for me.
Yeah. No, I can see
Agreed.
that.
I would rate this a good 3.5.
Yeah.
3.
And what
I
about
think,
you?
I think I'd agree with that.
See, I this is not as good as the apple pie, so I'm gonna have to go with you guys on this. It's a 3.5.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would actually have to mix it with something because it feels like it's there, but there's something just missing out of it. And like I said, the smoothie idea, that would be perfect. You just
Yeah.
add some like yogurt or something into it.
Yeah.
Have a proper smoothie.
Yeah.
Even though this would probably might curd the yogurt a bit because it's got alcohol in it.
Yeah.
But I think this would be a good mix with something else. It's not a good standalone drink.
Yeah.
Well, we're back once again, and we got the peach.
Mm-hmm. Well, peach moonshine, Palmetto, peach flavored corn whiskey. I don't think I've ever had a peach flavored liquor before, guys. So.
Now, y'all, this does not scream Southern to you, then nothing else will.
Yeah, no kidding. South Carolina peach flavored moonshine. That's about as fucking Southern American as you can get without crossing the border from Mexico into Argentina.
You know, I almost want to put up like the old the stars,
Old Glory?
the old glory up
Yeah.
there, and just go from there. And so we're going with the
smell
big
it.
shots here.
Mm.
These are 1.5 ounces.
Smells
So-
rather strong. You can see again like a little bit of sediment in it.
Yep.
So obviously they're not just injecting this with like straight up like chemically artificial peach flavor.
No, this
I
is
assume
all-
there's a whole bunch of real, actual, delicious peaches that go into making this.
I'm guessing that they actually take the pulp and actually ferment it, and then they remove it.
Quite possible.
I can't
Like
smell
the
peach
original.
flavoring too much. That might be because I'm getting a
We're
little bit
getting a
drunk
little
here.
bit
Yeah,
buzzed, but there's a small.
For myself, I find that alcohol actually takes away
The whiskey
from
is
the peach.
And when you come to
But
think of
there
it,
is
like,
that little bit of hint, since a fully ripe peach actually does not have that much
I was
scent.
just gonna say that. Yeah, like when you smell a peach, you don't really smell a whole lot.
Unless
not-
it's
like
unless
smelling a
it's
banana.
open.
overripe.
Yeah.
Well,
This should be interesting.
cheers once again, folks. Oh,
Now that one tastes really strong.
that one's got a bite to it.
That one tastes far stronger than the other two.
Yep.
If you told me this was 22.5%, I would be like, that tastes more like 35%.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of like flavored 35% that taste similar to this. So
The peach does not take away at all from.
no, you definitely taste the alcohol. You definitely taste the alcohol. I straight up, I would not sip this. But I'm not saying it's bad. It's tasty.
It's tasty.
Yeah.
It's not a straight up whiskey. Like you do have the subtle peach inside of it,
Yeah.
but it's not
Yeah.
an overpowering.
For a mixologist, this would be something that they could do incredible things with. Incredible things.
If it wasn't for the final little bit of a burn, I'd almost call it a schnapps.
I could see that. Yeah, I could see
Because
that.
it finishes with a nice whiskey taste, but
Yeah.
starts with a little bit of a schnapps.
Yeah, I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had my share of schnapps.
No, you're absolutely right, because I've actually had German schnapps, and the German schnapps is at 55%, and it's really high proof. This actually has the burn of the 55%,
Interesting.
but it has like a peach. The peach schnapps is more prominent, and it kicks your ass.
Right.
Like this one is a little bit lighter. If you actually had a peach schnapps
Yeah.
from Germany, you would know, hands down,
I bet.
this stuff is good.
Yeah.
And actually, I'm sorry, I misquoted. It's 45%, 40 to 45%.
Okay.
But it's still high up there, and it's still prominent.
Yeah.
This actually does have the schnapps flavor, as you said. It's got the alcohol burn behind it. But yeah, that schnapps is definitely a sipping one. I can drink more of this than I can of the schnapps.
Really?
Yeah.
I can see that. For me, I don't know if I would buy this one again. Again, it's not that I don't think the flavor is good. It tastes very good, but I'm almost exclusively a beer drinker. And this is a little bit overpowering for me. Again, though, I don't think this would be meant to be sipped. I don't think this is supposed to be a sipping whiskey.
And it's not a straight whiskey, I find. I find this is more, again, of an add-on. You would need a mix, make Bellini, make something like that.
Yeah.
Add it to a slush.
You know, upon like a third or fourth sip, though, it seems like the peach flavor. Once my tongue kind of gets accustomed to the kind of alcohol burningness, the peach flavor seems to come through a little bit more.
It has a very
Very
nice
interesting.
sweetness.
Yeah.
This is something that I find would be really good. Ice cold.
Yeah.
Kind of like an ice wine cold.
Yeah.
At the very end, as a dessert shot
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea.
of
That's
a
good idea.
fine meal.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I actually,
Very southern.
I can see myself sitting out on a patio, watching the stars go by,
Yeah.
being bitten by mosquitoes, cursing them out because I can't see them because it's so dark.
Yeah.
Big bloodhound out front.
I can see
Grandma sitting
myself.
on
I can see
the
myself
porch.
getting a Southern Belle fucking pantyless shit-faced wasted off of this crap.
So this is your, pretty much, this is your way of saying that this could be a good panty remover.
Yeah. Yeah. I think a little bit of soda in this. I think chicks would drink this like it was water.
Probably.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's not bad, and it's not sweet either.
That's the thing. It's sweet, but without being sugary.
Yep.
Yeah, like it tastes sweet, but it doesn't taste sugary. It's not like I've had like coolers that taste far more sugary.
Okay,
If I
so
were to close my eyes, I could actually picture myself biting into a nice peach.
Yeah, the flavor definitely comes
With
through.
a little bit of whiskey shot into it.
Yeah.
I can see that. GMO! GMO! Okay, you US folks who love the GMO, whiskey and peaches, make it happen.
So like you were talking about genetically modifying a peach so that it's like already has whiskey inside.
Already has whiskey inside it.
We used to think of that all the time about like if you could like take like half of like a marijuana seed and half of a banana seed and like stick them together and grow like these bananas that would get you stoned.
That's right, but I would just find it
We may have been
extremely
stoned at the time
hilarious.
we thought of that.
The fact that watching some animal walk up to a peach, eat the peach,
I've seen the National Geographic
and then have that
videos.
poor
Quite
bear,
amazing.
poor little Blackberry, go wandering off to the forest,
Drunker than a skunk.
Yeah, pissing
Yep.
everywhere.
then finding the
rolling.
banana, and then getting the munchies.
So score-wise, I myself probably wouldn't buy this again. I could see myself getting drunk of it. Not straight though. The flavor's fantastic. But I will leave the scoring of this one up to you because you know a little bit more about spirits than I do.
For me, I would probably give this another 3.
Yeah.
This is a very excellent cooking whiskey.
I'd give this a 4. I would buy again. I would get drunk off of it.
You really like it?
I'm a fan of
Yeah.
peaches.
Right.
And
right.
actually, when you mentioned the peach schnapps thing, it is a lighter side of a schnapps.
Yeah.
And in all honesty, I like schnapps. I am a schnapps fan. They're powerful. They kick your ass. You have 2 of them, and you're stumbling down the road. No problem.
And what can we say? Millions of peaches.
Peaches for me. Yeah.
Millions of peaches. Peaches for free.
All right. So last but certainly not least, we are moving on to the White Lightning, South Carolina's first legal corn whiskey moonshine.
And now this is panty remover.
105 proof, 52.5% alcohol. I'm not sure if I've had an alcohol this strong before. I'm
I
trying to think
haven't.
of
Well,
I think I may have had a whiskey at one point that was, or maybe it was a rum that was very high percentage, like 60 or so. Oh no, it was a Bacardi 151. Yeah, 75.5%.
well, they said that this one is what, 110 proof?
105. Well, let's try this. Let's try the old White Lightning, as I'm clearly already.
I'm really scared of this.
I'm gonna pour a half a shot.
No,
You guys are
go all out.
I think half a shot is gonna be fine for me. You guys
Oh,
can pour as much as
Due
you
to the
like.
fact that I enjoy my hard liquor.
And
Where's
don't have
another
to drive
glass?
anywhere.
Ooh. It smells strong, guys. It smells real strong. Oh man.
Did you want to mix anything
Holy
in with
shit.
it?
This is a corn whiskey.
Yeah, it definitely smells like a corn whiskey.
I admit I'm going to be a little biased due to the fact that I'm Canadian and I prefer my rye.
Right.
Mind you, by drinking rye, you are guaranteed to get angry.
I suppose it's true.
Now, this actually smells like schnapps.
I don't know if I've ever had schnapps other than peppermint schnapps, and that was against my
It's
better
got-
sense.
I've
got
had lots of
schnapps.
schnapps.
You've had
This
true
kind of
German
reminds-
schnapps?
Not the German schnapps.
Okay, this has got the German schnapps smell to it.
As close as I've come is Dr. McKillicuddy's.
Yeah, no, this is...
This smells
This is
real
kind of a
strong.
mix for me of your typical corn whiskey and vodka.
Ugh.
See, I'm totally out of my element here. I just know about beer, so
Well,
it does
Not
smell a
that
little
strong.
corny though.
Surprisingly, it's actually not that strong of a smell for over 50%. I
Yeah.
would actually expect something that would bring tears.
Really?
whatever
That is
you
usually
do,
what
do
we
not
find.
light a match near this. All right,
Excuse me,
folks.
I gotta power my IndyCar.
Boozereviews.ca. Fucking old school moonshine. Oh, wow!
Morning,
my God.
Sunshine.
Sweet merciful Lord! Holy shit!
Pussies.
Ah,
That packs a fucking punch, man.
That
Jesus
does.
Christ.
From
I
that,
haven't had anything like that in a while.
No.
Not in a while.
no, that's
That's just instant warming.
whew.
for
Yeah.
a whiskey,
But
that
that's
is
got
a
sweet
very
taste.
light whiskey.
Yeah.
I'm more used to a little more heavy.
Yeah.
It has a very light start with a little bit of a burn at the end.
Yeah. I agree with you because like
Yeah.
last time I drank whiskey is maybe Valentine Scotch or like Canadian Club, and like those things they almost burn your throat afterwards.
Yeah,
My throat doesn't burn anymore after the
With
next
this,
sip.
Oh, take another
this
one.
is the first clear whiskey
Seriously.
I've ever had.
Yeah, and it does taste like whiskey. It definitely
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Have another
And-
sip and see if it doesn't burn.
This one,
On the second sip, you have that burn because it's already stuck in your throat. If you are not used to
Jesus
something
Christ.
high volume like this, whew, I tell you, this is just.
mind
it's
you,
right
I
here.
would call this training wheels for real whiskey or
Yeah.
Scotch.
Yeah.
You know, I can see that because the real whiskey actually has some malt flavor to it. It's not peated, so it doesn't taste
Yeah.
like Band-Aids.
Yeah.
But
I think it would actually benefit a little bit from a woody oak taste.
oh yeah,
it is
but
kind of missing just that little bit of flavor you expect from whiskey.
but this is a moonshine. That's the whole
Yeah.
thing. You're not
It
supposed
tastes-
to have like a powerful whiskey taste. It's not
Yeah.
supposed to be.
It tastes
prominent.
very clean.
And
It tastes
it-
very
it
clean.
It
tastes
is
clean.
very clean.
But at the same point, that's the whole thing about moonshine is it's not supposed to be fancy. It is supposed to be downright dirty, punch you in the face,
Yeah.
throw you on the floor,
Yeah.
pick you back up, drop you a couple more
Yeah.
times, and then say, how you doing?
Despite the fact that this is very strong, it to me it tastes clean enough where if I got drunk off of maybe having a glass or two on the rocks of this stuff, I don't think I'd have quite the same hangover the next morning as I would if I was drinking like a lower end rye whiskey, like something like Canadian Club or God forbid Golden Wedding.
I'm going to have to do a comparison between moonshine and snaps. I really am.
Schnapps.
Whew.
This does make you warm under the collar.
Oh yeah, it really does.
This is not a summer drink.
No.
This,
I don't know when you drink this. I would drink this if I was at a fucking frat party. If I was fucking.
Actually, to
if
be
I,
honest-
if I wanted to get fucking tanked to the fucking max,
this
wasted.
on the rocks would make a beautiful sipping whiskey. On
I
top
can,
of
I can
that,
see that actually because it's very.
you
smooth
should
and it's
actually
very clean
mix
tasting.
this with your favorite mixes, such as colas or ginger ale.
You know what? You can't do it. You
But-
can't do a pop with it. You really can't, because the amount of alcohol that's in here, it would kill the carbonation right there on the spot.
It might.
Yeah, but
I
with
don't
stuff
mix
like
enough to know.
with a whiskey of this flavor, you don't want a lot of bubbles.
Well, that's the thing is, why not do it where you water it down a little bit? Like add some water with it, and if not the pop, because the pop makes it too sweet, and it would kill actually the flavor of this. If you actually
You
add
know
it with water, it would.
I could
taste
actually
that.
see this actually working with Manhattan.
I don't know what a Manhattan is.
A Manhattan. I can't remember what's in it. Look that up.
You know-
But effectively,
you know,
it is,
you know the flavor.
it is
Yeah.
the effectively it is the equivalent of a whiskey version of a martini.
But if you start adding flavors to it, you're starting to get into
Yeah.
this sort of thing.
But with that, it's strictly a whiskey.
Yeah.
Therefore, if you wanted a whiskey and something,
Yeah, no,
that
that's
would
true.
be the way to go.
I would say my final verdict on this the White Lightning the legal moonshine. I would buy this again and I would get drunk off of it. I don't drink spirits a lot, but I like the flavor of this. Actually, I don't drink spirits hardly at all. I like the flavor of this. I like the warming effect. It doesn't taste too strong, and like if every once in a while you maybe just want something that really fucking knocks on your ass, this does it, guys. This does it.
This would be a nightcap. A nightcap.
Oh yeah, this would be a fantastic nightcap.
You know,
This
the
would
kiss
be
your ass
something-
good nightcap.
This
Again,
would also be something that you carry inside your flask as
Yeah,
you're working
yeah.
outside in the middle of winter.
Yeah, without knowing that much about whiskey and spirits and whatnot, I just randomly toss it a 4 to 5. I actually really like this. I don't know, I don't really see myself buying it again, but like if I just had a bunch of extra money kicking around, I saw it in the store, I'd be like, toss that in the cupboard for when some company comes over, and I'd be like, hey guys, bust out the moonshine tonight. So,
Just
yeah.
remove the labels. Say you made it yourself in the, in the
Scroll a bunch
bathtub.
of X's on there.
Sorry, Palamo, that's not what we'd be doing here.
Yeah.
Of course not.
No, actually, I can see this on a game night where you're losing badly, and you put this down and say, okay, folks,
Yeah.
you're winning. You
Yeah.
get to drink first. And you pour yourself a little water and cheat a little bit. And there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Nah, this would be the penalty.
I'm getting Drinking Quest. This is probably gonna be added to the mix when we do this RPG of Drinking Quest. And yes, we're going to be doing that live, I think.
Sounds like fun.
Spoilers!
I'm home for that.
So scores, what would you guys rate this at?
I would actually give this a 4 out of 5. Like, this is really good. It is really clean. It is strong, like a 52.5%. It is not lying.
Yeah.
Like, it is good, wholesome. It's a powerful
Yeah.
powerful whiskey. This is what I think would be the second distill of a moonshine whiskey. If they actually did it a couple more times, you'd be knocked on your ass.
Yeah. I think if you guys want like an authentic like moonshine experience,
Yeah.
there is where you're gonna find it.
Minus
which
the
is pretty
turpentine.
cool. Yeah, minus the turpentine.
Minus the turpentine.
It's pretty cool because I've always heard about moonshine growing up. You see it in cartoons and movies and stuff like that. And trying something like that, I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That
experience
explains
to
why
have.
people drink it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
And for yourself.
I say check it out.
I have to mark it in 2 different ways.
Okay.
As a whiskey, I would give this a 3 out of 5. I'm sorry, but it's just missing that little bit of smoky wood taste.
Yeah.
But as it is, as a moonshine, this is just a very clean, very beautiful taste. So I would definitely give this a 4, and I would definitely buy this again, and I would definitely add this on the rocks.
Yeah.
I would not insult it by adding water,
Right.
Okay, no, I can see that.
I like it.
but I would
That's true,
I
that's
would
true.
like it a little cold, a little colder than it is.
Yeah.
Yep. And well, that's the thing is, I had it in the fridge, but obviously it didn't get cold enough.
And unlike them, I am already finished my second cup.
You want some?
That's my favorite. Out of all 4 here, the apple pie one here, that's my favorite.
I have to admit, the apple pie is the best.
Yeah, it stands out.
Flavor wise, apple pie.
Yeah.
Whiskey wise,
Oh, whiskey wise moonshine. Like
Yeah.
this is the thing is you have to separate these two out because these are on their own thing compared to that.
Yeah.
That's double the alcohol. That's got a kick to it.
Yeah.
These flavors, if we're doing a rating on these flavors alone, first, second, third.
yes, I have to agree with that.
This
This one is a close fight, but the peach does win by just a
I
hair.
think I'd agree with you mostly.
because
Yeah.
of the fact that the blackberry is it's not bad.
For
But-
me, I'd really put these kind of just in the same category, and this as my far favorite.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, this one is
Yeah.
far ahead. But if
I
I
can
had to
almost
go
go with
for
my,
second-
my own new rating system for it's like I've said I pretty much like buy all these and get drunk off of them. I can almost say which ones I will buy again. If I see that in the store, I'm gonna pick it up. That's really
Oh yeah.
really something good.
That's really good. This is actually unique and really amazing.
Yeah.
This one actually has a flavor on its own. You can have it. This one kind of is there, but just not quite. And then the moonshine on itself. Whew, holy crap! Does it kick your ass?
Yep.
It really does kick your
Yep.
ass, and it makes you just sort of go, okay, good morning. It's a
Yeah.
cold winter
Good
day.
morning,
Not anymore. I'm
moonshine.
skipping down the street.
And it is a very beautiful sense of corn whiskey.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
definitely,
usually
definitely.
I'm actually not a fan of corn whiskey.
I don't know if I've ever had it before. I don't really drink spirits, like I said.
I'm not a big spirit drinker. I usually mix them, but I'm more of a rum. I'm not a whiskey person. I'm
Yeah.
not a vodka person. I'm a rum person.
Mm.
This, however, it's up there. Like it really actually has a very clean, as you said, a very clean flavor.
Mm.
Really well done. Really well balanced for whiskey itself. And when you take it that extra mile from 40 to 52%, it actually has a good combination of two. But holy crap, does it ever have a kick?
Yep.
For me, it doesn't have not much of a kick. I guess I'm used to the spirits where it actually
Right.
kicks you in the head and burns your throat all the way down and back up.
But that's where you're getting into Everclear. That's where you're getting into a whole new generation of stuff. For its own thing of a moonshine, it actually is on the top of its game.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say final verdict on this Palmetto Moonshine. This is a really interesting product. I've never really come across anything quite this unique before. I would really recommend you guys check it out. Like this is I don't even drink hard alcohol, and I'm really fascinated by this. And I was really excited to do this episode. And that apple pie, man! You guys, if there's one of these that you buy, try that.
Yeah.
If you're disappointed in buying that, I would be shocked.
If you don't like your
that's-
apple pie, don't touch this.
Yeah,
For me,
yeah.
if you want to try something with the extra flavorings, such as this, definitely the apple pie. If
Yeah.
you're more of just a spirits person, I would definitely go with this.
Yeah, I have to
This
agree.
is a beautiful spirit.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Oh yeah. Oh, hello. It is a beautiful spirit. And yeah.
I'm sorry, I have to have a little bit more.
No.
That's all right. I think we'll all have a little bit more
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Okay, I don't think that.
Yeah, well.
There hasn't been a bigger tragedy
That's
since
one
the
of those
Irish discovered that you can take potatoes and turn into vodka during the potato famine.
Well, in all honesty, I like this. I like
So
this
good.
brand. This
So
brand is
good.
just amazingly good. They've done a very good job.
I was what, 44?
$44 all.
Yeah,
all
I
right.
pay it.
Yeah.
For that one especially, I really like
I
that.
would too.
It does not have abstract. It does not have your
Does not.
artificial apple in it.
Yeah, it tastes
You
really good.
can see the apple in it.
Well, yes and no, because it does say on here artificial flavors and natural and artificial flavors. So there is a little bit of artificial flavor in there.
And they've used
but-
the artificial flavors clearly intelligently because it does not taste like a sugary cooler. Like
No, exactly.
It tastes like a homemade apple cider. It's really good.
Exactly, and it's
And of
really
course,
good.
you require that artificial in order to keep it good.
You know, I have to say this has been our longest episode, and we've actually moved away from beer on this. I kind of like this transition that we did.
Yeah.
Like this, as they say, is a craft in its own.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause you look at it and it's craft moonshine.
Yeah.
And moonshine on itself is actually a craft of making it because you have to make it a
In
certain
small
way.
batches.
In small
Yeah.
batches.
Yeah.
I'm so glad it came from South Carolina up to here because I would be missing out some fucking amazing stuff.
Yeah. Incredible
I
stuff.
really would.
Yeah.
This is stuff that I would take to a party if I was taking a taxi home. Because, oh, no.
Yeah, definitely. So I want to say thank you to Sheldon. This is a fantastic product.
It
And
is.
I'm going to be recommending this to a lot of people because I work in the restaurant industry and I party basically every night. So I'll have some people I'll be suggesting this to, a couple of my bartender friends and whatnot. So thanks for introducing us to that.
Thank you for sticking with us. I'm PK,
I'm Red.
And I'm Johnny Old School.
and we make up booze reviews.
Over and out for Palmetto motherfucking Moonshine.
Wow!